Ladies and gentlemen, grab your box of Cracker Jacks, look for your Dakota rings, because it's that time again. Welcome to the Stop Click.
I want a
I'm
Dakota
Raven.
ring. I want a Dakota ring. I'm sorry. I am MJ Jackson.
And we finally have the return, thanks to the Lazarus Pit. I almost forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Raish Al Keys.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad to be back. All my behind-the-scenes dealings with the DFW Grand Prix is over.
Yeah. I'm
back on the clicks for full time now.
There you go. Here we go. Awesome.
Until security comes and gets me.
Well, once again, that may happen soon.
Yeah.
Today's topic is the unsung zeros of HeroClix, especially recent years. Obviously, you can talk about meta all you want. You can talk about the chases and the primes and everything that everybody's bringing to the table.
The conversation's usually the same.
Yeah,
the revolves around the same pieces, same strategy.
And relics and recent. But really, today we're going to talk about the pieces that were the commons, the uncommons, the dredges of a booster box that people just give away because I've got 8 of them, kind of thing.
The bench warmers.
The bench warmers.
You pull that booster and you're like, oh man, I got it, and you pull it out as a common.
Yeah.
Like, man,
Now, we're not really talking about 001 Superman. That's not really what we're talking about. Yeah, it's a common piece, but it was a 300-point common piece.
Yeah.
Iron Man. Yeah, the Iron Man. Well, Superman was also very, very good.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, we're not really talking about guys that you can just feel out of the box and be happy with.
Yeah, we're also excluding any kind of utility pieces, Scarlet Witches, Enchantresses,
Starlab's Tech.
We're
not really.
Yeah, none of that. We're talking like the underbelly.
Yeah, the seedy.
The gritty of the gritty.
All right.
Nitty gritty.
So,
thanks to modern technology,
we're going to have things happen with the computer. Especially we're going to break it first.
There you go, man. Thank you for stopping by. We'll see y'all next time.
John's like, he didn't do that. We all saw Raven do. We have video evidence, so
video evidence.
It's coming out of your paycheck, buddy.
All right, let's see here. We're going to open this doohickey.
All right.
And I guess we'll start with
we'll start with me. So my piece of choice for this is the Brothers Grimm from Invincible Iron Man common.
And we'll talk about the Dow first.
Sure, the Dow. So obviously, the Brothers Grimm, number one, start off with stealth, force blast, toughness, and most importantly, prob. Now, they don't have a great range. They've got a 3 range, but obviously have minimum ranges on a lot of stuff they do. But the key to the Brothers Grimm was that you never felt comfortable messing with them. Because number one, they're mystics. They're mystics. And 2, they always, because they're stealth, you want to get up on them. You're like, okay, well, I can't shoot him from range. I got to hit him once. Oh, so you hit him once, and you took your click of mystics, and then you're up next to him, and then he's got poison for most of his dial. And you're like, I didn't really plan on all this happening to me. Like, especially since you just lost your impervious, now you're on your super since it's click. You're like, I may have made a mistake.
It might be a little inside joke that they made the point value 66.
Of course, that's not even an inside. Yeah. So the thing is, but the best part about Brothers Grimm was always running 2 of them.
So that's where we get to the trick.
The My Twin ability says that if a Brothers Grimm is sitting next to a Brothers Grimm, and they usually are, that they give each other +1, not just like 1 damage or attack. All combat values get +1 when he's standing next to his twin.
No,
they
attack values.
Attack values?
Yeah.
Sorry.
If they're adjacent.
Yeah, they're adjacent. All values. Yeah, sorry, I'm sorry. Now, the best part about this, too, was that they could swap places as a free action for absolutely no reason. And this created all sorts of very hilarious interactions of, well, I'm kind of in this, kill box circle, so I've got my Brothers Grimm stealth, waiting for people to come in on me, and then as they got in, I would just prob and then switch them around and then prob. Also, 3 damage and 10 attack with double prob. When you finally, if you did get up to them and try to duke it out with them, sometimes just completely backfired on you. Yeah. They actually are kind of respectable in that matter. Once for 66 points, and then
not to mention they also click on perplex.
Yeah, they do have a click on perplex.
They're kind of a utility knife at that point.
They're very, very good. And my favorite part about them is that you could actually hit somebody, poison them, and then switch and go force blast and shoot and hit the character away from them again. So they're still not really in a good situation. They were terrible.
Yeah, he ran these a lot.
I ran them a lot. Like I said, they were my. Now, granted, the biggest problem with them and the biggest reason that they saw no play is that 66 points is very awkward. 66 points doubled is also very, very awkward. It's 132 points. And there's just, the only piece I can think of off the top of my head that's 168 or 100, is Wolverine X-23. Is the only thing I could think that would fit in nicely into that. Like I said, they had been 60 or if they'd even gone up to 65 or 65, some sort of nice even number, they'd have fit in so many more teams.
Yep.
But alas, they did not do it. Still, one of my favorite pieces of all time, truly and honestly. They're goofy and they're fun, and nobody can even be mad at you for playing them. So,
Amen.
there you go.
Yeah, sure. I had some nightmares. battling those guys.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, because if you look at them as just basically almost, because they got 5 clicks, almost everybody hit for 4 for a long period of that kind of Iron Man meta. So you hit him once, and you still got to hit him to bring him down. So that was guaranteed to me, like 4 damage against your team. I mean, I didn't see too much pulse wave, so it was in a lot of matches. It was like guaranteed 4 damage if they did nothing else.
Wow.
And that was always really super solid for a bunch of commons. Once again, they're still in my, like, of all the commons I have that I actually play, they're still in their special box next to all the other really good prop pieces,
Little
enchantresses and things like that. Good solid pieces.
I may have to put them in rotation.
man resurrected from the dark side. We'll talk about a figure from the dark side.
Exactly. Now this figure right here. Now, understand how I play. I'm a very fun player. I like playing themed teams. I'm like the theme team man to play. And I like to play very goofy teams. Like, I have a Heroes for Hire team that I'll bust out on you guys regularly. This one, actually...
Is named?
His name Dracula.
Dracula from Amazing Spider-Man.
Now, you don't get it confused with
From
the
Fear
one that's
Itself
from Fear
Dracula,
Itself.
or...
Slightly
This
different.
This is the Gomez Adams Dracula.
Yes, exactly. The blah, I'm here to suck your blah.
Yeah,
That one. Now, granted, he's a little bit beefy at 214 points.
Oh,
But
hell, 19 defense. That's not bad.
When he gets there. Remember, he's got to start
Oh,
with
he's got a
the
heal.
green starting line. Remember, all vampires.
All vampires. As a matter of fact, all of them, pretty much the vampires, the werewolves, they all had the wild dial, which if you don't remember what the
Wild dial.
Exactly.
Da-na-na-na.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, if they hit you and they do damage, it's basically they steal energy all the way up to their click 1.
Yeah.
Now, starting off with Drac, he's starting off with, let's see here.
That's charge.
That's a charge, invulnerability, and
Exploit.
4 damage exploit weakness
With charge.
is not it's not something you can just ignore as far as he just hit me, I'm gonna be okay.
For those of you who don't know what exploit is, it ignores it's damage that can't be reduced.
It's basically psychic penetrating blast.
for Coco.
Yeah, and that's a movement of 5.
Yeah,
With charge.
That's
and 11
that's
attack.
pretty respectable. And I remember getting hit by him and sealed and being like, that didn't go the way I planned it. Like, I didn't really plan for the Dracula. Like,
And the reason why he didn't plan because it clicks up to click 3.
Yeah.
And click 3 is charge, super strength, and just
Impervious.
You have to forgive me, people. I just got through doing the last rock turn, and I'm drained.
Lazarus Pit's got to burn all
Yeah,
this.
so I'm burned down. So
that's what we're here for, though. That's what we're here for.
Thank you for my background.
We're the janitors.
Yeah. So we're looking at this guy, and on top
Notice
of
he
it,
loses exploit. That's kind of.
he loses exploit, but he gains impervious.
But and then of course if he gets hit to that last, if he goes up
First
one
click,
more,
yeah.
one more he gets prob,
Okay.
and then you're just sitting there going, this
He has to hit
214.
you twice.
Yeah, hit you twice, and then
He hits
he's
you twice, and
then he's almost impossible to bring back down.
Yeah.
Now 3 times he is impossible. If he hits you 3 times, they won.
Yeah.
They won. Just pack it in. Just
Because we'll bypass the 11 movement, the 11 to attack, the 18 defense. Let's just skip over 2 because 2 doesn't make it prettier.
Yeah.
And 1.
Yeah.
Click 1. 12 hypersonic. 12 super strength. 19 defense with a 5. Count them, people. 5 alpha striking for prime.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's
and
it.
then we're not even talking about his rest of the dial. He's 11 clicks of pain at click 1. Exactly. He's bringing the pain train all the way to Pound Town.
Yeah. Now, the thing is,
Straight up.
this is not why that this piece was so feared in Limited Friday. Remember, doesn't he have traded stealth?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
He's got traded stealth, so you're not just going to hit him and just go, well, I'm going to take care of him from here. I'm not going to get up next to him where he can hit me for 4 damage, exploit weakness to get this party started.
Not to mention that when he hits you, you get the mesmerize token.
Yeah.
And then he can mind control you.
Yeah. Once again, for was it uncommon piece? Wasn't he uncommon?
He was uncommon, yes.
For an uncommon piece.
He is the leader of the Legion of
He is
Monsters.
definitely a bomb and sealed.
Yes, yeah, it
Yes,
was.
he is. I mean, and then as he goes past, we go down to click 6 and click 7. he's picking up, what is that, Blade and Flurry.
Yeah.
Shape change.
Shape change.
too. And he's sitting in stealth waiting for you to, like, come to me, my daughter.
Yeah, and if you go look for him on most sales sites, I'm not gonna put him up there because I ain't getting paid.
Yeah.
If you go, he's only like $1.50.
Yeah,
get him, people.
He's a fun piece.
Just get him for your monster squad.
Defensive ability.
Yeah, towards the end there.
Regen as a free action.
Yes.
They give him a free action.
Last 3 clicks.
Yeah, last 3 clicks. Regen as a free action.
But then he could choose combat reflexes or energy shield deflection.
First off, 3 clicks of regen on anybody.
Yeah.
Is disgusting.
Yeah.
But
Why does he get outwit on 2 of those?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
3 clicks of free action regen.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
I'm gonna call it seesaw. He's a seesaw.
Yeah.
On one end, you don't want him on that end. On the last end, you don't want him there either.
Yeah,
you kind of want to like hit him at click 8 and hope to God you do 4 clicks of damage.
Yeah. You're like, I don't really want to mess with you to try to bring you down. Actually, the only reason I had anything against that team when I faced it was the magic equalizer of Pulse Wipe. I had AVX Thor when it was pulled, and it was a combo hybrid sealed thing. And that was the only reason I could even touch that piece.
So people, if you got him, play him, beat that.
Dracula's awesome. Speaking of awesome, this is the very first piece that I pulled that I really wrecked shop with. It's the Batgirl from Batman set. She's the blonde one. The one with the staff. Yeah, Stephanie Brown. This chick is all power for 71 points. First off, the Batman team ability.
Sure, stealth. Everybody loves stealth.
Okay. Perplex, which is anybody with a top-down Perplex is A-okay in my book. Right. You know what I mean? Now, the bread and butter about this chick and what really, like, I blew up, what was it? Buddy of mine, Carlos, was running a team, and he had to have them all grouped together for some reason. I can't remember what it was. But what was it? It was anyways.
Some sort of stealth trick, probably.
Yeah, but this is like anti-Brothers Grimm as well. Electromagnet Gooparangs, her attack power. She used energy explosion if she had range of 2 targets. So once again, she hits the main target. That's 2 damage to each adjacent character. Granted, the defense checks.
Yeah.
But greatest thing about it is if she hits, those characters get action tokens.
Yeah, that's.
You want to talk about locking people down? Oh my God, that is awesome!
I understand. He said hit, not damage.
Yeah,
hit.
You're not forcing, trying to force through impervious. Because obviously 2 damage is what she's got shared. Yeah. But yeah, that's super impressive actually.
And granted, her damage ability, she only outwit within 5 squares. But at the same time,
that's on the back end of the dial anyway.
I mean,
yeah, that's
with her like 71 points, you could probably build a team around her. Throw some prop on her and stuff like that.
Look at her second keyword. Anything from the Batman family is automatically they're going to be cheap and they're going to be very utility oriented. Yeah. You have strategy. But when you add the Batman Incorporated, all those characters were all under 100 points.
So what's the Batman Incorporated team ability or ATA?
Is there ATA? I don't know.
I don't think there's an ATA for.
I'm not real brushed up on my ATA, so.
But,
do us.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I really should do more research on some of the new ones, but
but she is. Oh my God, she's awesome. Like UTK in the right spot.
Now you have a Batman piece, and I'm glad you brought a Batman piece because a lot of over the years they did have some amazing uncommons and commons. Like I'll be honest. Of the Batmans, a lot of times, like, who Nightwing? Was it the Nightwing from the Batman set? The one that comes over there and is like charge, flurry, and 3 damage. You're like, this seems good. This is only like 80 points.
I remember that.
That
was the same night, actually.
That was the same.
No, it was
the Batman set.
Yeah, because we were doing an event with Batman.
Yeah, and he went over there and just Batgirl.
Yeah, somebody else was playing.
So somebody else was playing Batgirl. I'm like, I hit you for 3, and he goes super senses. He misses, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, flurry. Okay, next attack. Hit you for 3. And he's like super senses, and he misses that too. And I'm like, oh, she's dead. I was like, oh, that was cool. I like that. That was super cool.
One turn.
Now, and the thing is, now if you're playing constructed with all these Batman pieces, and I don't remember what the keyword is, the Commissioner Jim Gordon makes Batman pieces the most broken thing you've ever seen. Like I completely and totally underestimated how amazing that Jim Gordon is because he says.
What does he do?
I think it's Batman Family.
Isn't that the one that pulls them from any?
No. He gives them all willpower for no reason. Like he's just like they can all use willpower if they start next to him or something.
Dang, we should have talked about that Alfred.
The Alfred. I'll be honest. The Alfred was bad. There was one good Alfred and one really bad Alfred, and I can't remember which one was which. But the one random oh, what do I do with 39 points? I think is what he was. Just, all he did. The thing is, I just remember the sculpt because he's holding a telephone. Like he's like 1 damage, and I'm like, is he gonna hit me with a telephone? Like, is that really the thing that happened right here?
1-800-PAIN.
No, yes. The thing is, he could perplex up his own damage and hit you for 2 possibly because he had perplex. That's all he did was perplex. That was all he did was perplex. It was the fear of the Alfred man because he.
Oh, man.
But these pieces are awesome. Never overlooked. I mean, it's always fun. Sure, play the meta. Especially if you want to win tournaments and stuff like that. But at the same time, remember that WizKids did make a lot of fun pieces.
Yes,
yeah, and the thing is, I think as they go forward, especially they try to add a lot more pieces that make more sense to play. Like 001 Iron Man would just outright win you a sealed event. Like, and the thing is, that's really weird to say that a common could actually win you a sealed event.
And yes, and if we're going to talk about the things that are WizKids doing, I will even though I try to be hard on WizKids, I do love what they are doing. As a matter of fact, if by this time you guys really have seen this, this Sunday night. So they came out with another preview in case you guys didn't check.
Oh, for Avengers Assembled?
Yeah.
All right, listen. That's next week.
That's never Avengers Assembled.
We have some crazy stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Can I at least talk? Just mention.
Don't even mention it. We gotta save it. We gotta.
It's a whole episode.
We can't spoil our kids.
It's
here.
not spoiled. It's already out
It's already out.
What is it?
King Thor.
Yes.
As a chase, we're not talking about the big guys here.
When I saw, normally I wasn't even talking about, but he deserves mention because that sculpt was.
Look.
That sculpt is amazing compared to, especially if you know the source material it's based off of. Like it's perfect.
3D Man Prime.
3D Man. 3D Man.
Anyway, that's a whole other
next week.
Next week. Anyway, so obviously over the years, like I said, we've seen a lot of really interesting pieces. I think, like for example, like one piece that I saw very recently is a Trinity War set, and it only works in certain teams, like mostly an Alosha Craven team. But Copperhead, for a common, actually brought a lot to the table. Copperhead, number 1, starts with super senses and shape change. And already, that's super annoying for anybody trying to touch him. Like, I think he's got 6 clicks, 70 points, and I think he's got flurry, and if he hits you with both attacks, it's a free in cap or something like that. Something very similar to that. And I just realized Alosha Craven, on an animal team, you play Alosha Craven, you get that free move when Alosha moves. That's like charge flurry with the piece that you can't hit back, or very, very, very difficult to hit back. And I'm just like, for 70 points, you can get a lot done. I mean, and that's why a lot of over the years there have been pieces that have just shined for their rarity. I know I lost personally every single sealed event of Guardians of the Galaxy to Captain Marvel uncommon, because why not just make hypersonic and prob on an uncommon? Oh, did you pull a hypersonic prob on your uncommon? No, I didn't have that. Oh, okay. Well, that was great. I'm proud of you, and I'm gonna come over there and hit you, and then I'm gonna leave.
That'll bring us to our challenge.
Yes.
We're gonna challenge you guys. We want you guys to build teams around the Unsung Zeros, man. Let us know how it goes. Let us know how the games you played, I mean,
or if you have your own personalized.
Yeah. Let us know.
Remember, Night Nurse was on the championship. She was on the championship.
Major Victory.
Oh,
him. Build a team for him and win for me.
Yeah.
All right,
Major Victory is a little bit overpowered.
Take a selfie. Show it to us. I want to be impressed.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Anyway, as always,
another beautiful day.
Yes, in the neighborhood.
I've been Raven.
MJ.
And the General.
Thank you for watching the Stop Click.